Okay, here we go. Let's see, good light background. All right, now. Okay, Jesus multiplies food. All right, now let's check this out. Luke chapter 9, starting in verse 10, the feeding of the 5,000. This is just one account in Luke. There's other ones. We're going to hit this one right now. Luke 9, chapter 10, Luke chapter 9, verse 10. On their return, the apostles told Jesus all they had done. He took them with him and withdrew privately to a city called Bethsaida. When the crowds found out about it, they followed him. So lots of crowds followed to this Bethsaida place, and he welcomed them, and he spoke to them about the kingdom of God and healed those who needed to be cured. Verse 12, the day was drawing to a close, and the 12 came to him and said, send the crowd away so that they can go into the surrounding villages and countryside to lodge and get provisions, for we're here in a deserted place. But he said to them, you give them something to eat. They said, we have no more than 5 loaves and 2 fish, unless we are to go and buy food for all these people. For there were about 5,000 men. There were about 5,000 men. Now, in Jewish family terms, one man equals a couple of elders, a couple of women, a bunch of children, and also probably employees as well. For there were about 5,000 men. So we're talking about possibly 15,000 people. And he said to his disciples, make them sit down in groups of about 50 each. Jesus is having them sit down in groups of about 50 people each. They did so and made them all sit down. And taking the 5 loaves and the 2 fish, he looked up to heaven and blessed and broke them and gave them to the disciples to set before the crowd. And all ate, and all were filled. What was left over was gathered up. 12 baskets of broken pieces of loaves and fish. So here is an example of Jesus doing the breaking and multiplying. Breaking and multiplying bread and fish in order to feed to completely full, to satisfy probably 15,000 people with 12 baskets left over. Come on. Think about this. This is supernatural multiplication of food. Wowie. Come on. That's the kind of supply. If you are about the work of the next life, the afterlife, the joy life, if you're about the work, you should not be fussing about how the supply is going to come. You need to be and go and do, as Jesus said. Go You go heal the sick, raise the dead, feed the people, cast out demons, discern demons, cast out demons, speak truth about all things, hold to my teachings, remain in my teachings, do the things that I have taught, remain in my teachings, and then you are really my disciples. Wahoo! Pretty cool stuff.